One of the things that we saw in the data in Chicago, for starters, is a big increase in the rate at which shootings wind up being fatal. In 2010, it was something like 13%. And in 2023, it was up to like 19%. And so we looked at data for other cities where we could track down the data, and you seem to see the same thing in other places as well. Then there's the question of why that's happening. One thing that's happened is the development of these little plastic or metal devices called Glock switches. They're 20, 30, 50 bucks on the internet. You put it on your semi-automatic pistol or rifle, and it basically turns it into a machine gun.
Knowing how simple it is to modify a weapon, add a switch. We're also seeing, as you know, untraceable weapons, ghost weapons that people also are able to modify like this to convert it from the semi-automatic to the automatic, which also allows for the addition of the high-capacity ammunition, because you're not getting off 100 rounds with a standard Glock weapon. You would have to fix the high-capacity ammunition as well as the fully automatic switch to allow for that many rounds to be fired in that short duration of time. What that's telling us is that criminals who already are owning these handguns illegally are now taking it to the next level, and they are trying to maximize the destruction that they cause.
We're seeing a lot of Glock switches. We're seeing a resurgence of the AR handgun and rifle. They're falling into the wrong hands or falling to the hands of teenagers, young adults. Folks are making just horrible decisions, impulsive decisions with the inability to resolve relatively basic conflict. When you got that amount of firepower at your disposal, the accuracy drops significantly. So now you have many other people who are being victimized and brought into your conflict, possibly killed, certainly injured.
So it's a really, really big deal from a public safety perspective, from a public health perspective. This is a problem that, unfortunately is disproportionately concentrated in the country's most economically vulnerable communities of color. It's very regressive in its impact. It contributes to all sorts of disparities in life expectancy and other problems like that.
The only unfortunate reality is we're coming into the summer. We saw in June, July, and August, that was really when the violent crime numbers increased. That's when we did see more shootings, outside violence. So it's just something to be watchful for, just to make sure that be vigilant, you gotta be safe.